First off, congratulations.
Thank
Season
you.
3?
Yeah,
That is some good stuff.
that is some good stuff, man.
What is in store for Cyborg?
He's going to be loud some more.
No.
He's going to be selfish some more. He's going to be emotionally schizophrenic some more. It's like we tell ridiculous and crazy stories. So if you can think of a ridiculous and crazy story, don't tell us. We already did it, and it's coming up next on Cartoon Network.
Well, we heard that you're going to, Cyborg's going to disguise himself as Green Lantern, so have you worked up a Jon Stewart voice?
Yeah, it'll probably sound a lot like Cyborg, except that he'll be wearing green. It'll be like, just a lot of magic markers. You might hear him talking, and then you just hear, because it's hard to get that metal to take the green, but we're gonna do what we can. Yeah. No, we'll. I have. You know what? I have no idea what's gonna happen there.
Oh, you haven't recorded yet?
We may have. We may have. Do you realize how much we churn these things out? I mean, we do like we'll do 2 or 3 a day, and then we'll come back and do. There'll be 3 or 4 that we'll add stuff to on the same day, and it starts to. I can remember like the last 4 or 5 that we've done like in the last couple of weeks, and then everything else starts to become a big blur.
So you could actually be voicing like 5 different series and have no idea they're just
no clue. I could have no clue what's going on. But it's nice for me because then when the show comes on, I was like, oh man, did I say that? I don't remember that, but that was a great idea. I'm glad somebody came up with it. Yeah. So it's just as much of a surprise to me as the rest of the audience.
So how do you keep your character specific? Is it just mostly the voice? Because continuity of story is not quite, as you mentioned,
right.
not as that. So how do you do it?
Well, it's been like 12 years of doing Cyborg, and Cyborg was my first voiceover audition when I moved to LA after I moved there for a couple of years. So it's essentially me in a mood, in a very
Your Cyborg mood.
In a very outgoing, loud, excited about life and learning kind of mood. So it's easy to keep the character because it's me. It's just me being me. I mean, honestly, most of the characters I do are me in a different mood. Mm-hmm. Like I did an Aqualad character for a show a couple of years ago, Young Justice, and I really didn't change my voice. I changed my mood, and so this Cyborg, he's just outgoing and loves to play, and when he's upset, he's really upset, and when he's happy, he's really happy, So and that's kind of like me. That's kind of like who I am. So and when he gets darker, it's me in a dark mood, So it's easier for me to play. He's coming from this place more than any other, Yeah.
Has your reputation as Cyborg, has it helped with any live action work? I saw your commercial advertisements.
Yeah.
I see you. I was like, hey, I know.
Right? No, they kind of stay pretty separate. I do I do a lot of pilots for TV that don't get picked up, and guest stars and stuff like that. But those are pretty separate entities. I think. I don't think. At least I'm not sure if it's helped. That would be awesome if it did. But nobody's told me so far. That hey, you do Cyborg on the cartoon, come be in this show. But it's nice that I get to play in all of these. That's the beautiful thing about getting to do this Cyborg character is that since I started doing Titans 12 years ago, I've done Lego Cyborg, and I've done different straight to video movies with Cyborg that are a little more serious, here and there. So it feels good that I get to plug into all of these different moods of me, moods and genres, and that's what I love about what I do. I mean, of course, I would have loved to have had one of my TV show pilots, actually go on to a series. But one of the things I do love is that I do get to play all of these different kinds of varied characters. It keeps your juices flowing. It keeps you, feeling vibrant and learning different things about yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the beauty of this work.
And let's talk about the feedback you get now from the fans. I know there's like a mixed feelings
right
out there, but how does that inform how you approach your character, or it doesn't at all? Not at all.
Not at all. Because every time I've ever done anything especially with the voiceover, somebody always freaks out at first. My first job, obviously, was Cyborg, 12 years ago, and nobody heard of me. And I remember on the internet, somebody was like, "Who is this guy? I've never heard of him. He's going to be horrible." And then and then we do Titans, and it turns out fine. And then I did Young Justice after that, and it was like, that guy doing Cyborg is doing this Aqualad. It's going to be horrible. He's just going to be loud and he's just going to be just like Cyborg, which could be further from the truth. It was they're two very different kind of characters, and so whenever they start to freak out, I kind of love it. Some of the best ones I kind of put aside. I keep saved in a little file because I like to look at the way they freak out, and then sometimes there was one kid who lost his mind about Teen Titans Go, how horrible it was going to be, and everything. And he said he left me like tweet after tweet about how this was horrible, and why won't you just do the whole show and everything. And then a couple of months after Teen Titans Go started, I get this tweet from this same kid apologizing, and they're like, it's not the same, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying it. And that to me is the quintessential, kind of feeling. Everybody freaks out because, you're playing with their babies. We get that. But you're dealing with artists. You're dealing with artists on every level. The writers, the actual artists who draw everything, and the voiceover people. We want to twist it and turn it and give it a little different flavor. That's how you keep it fresh. I always tell people, you can't ask Teen Titans to be the same all the time. Teens don't want to be the same. Teens are like, screw you, I'm going to do my own thing. Shut up, Mom. No, Dad. I'm going to do this way. So if you want Teen Titans to be like the old Teen Titans, shut up, Mom. Shut up, Dad. We're going to do it our way.